Sorry, I was going to say something else then to start with. Right, what I'm doing now, I have some of this lace. It's that lace. And what I've done is I've cut some strips off. So I've cut them in half, basically. And what I'm doing now is I'm making Julie's flower for her hat. And what you do is I've cut these about 8 inches long, black. Just glue the end of it. Fold that over about 1 inch. Take hold of the centre and glue the two pieces together. So you just do that. And then what you do then is you build up the flower. So I'm just finishing these off. So again, a little bit of glue on the end. Flip that over about 1 inch. That just gives the nice centre. Pull them two together. Sorry, so you've done that, made a cuff. Then do that. And I'm doing 6 of those, of course. I might only need 5, but I'll see. Bit of glue over, flip it over about 1 inch, and then glue that down in the centre. Like we say, they don't have to be perfect, but we'll see what we can come up with. Now what I'm going to do is to glue them together. So here's the first one. Like I said, a little bit of glue on the back. And, you know, do it like a cross, like that. Turn that around. So do 3 to start with. See, like that. And then what you're going to do is to fill the gaps in. Really quick flower this is. And try and make sure that they're even-ish. So you can do that. And spin that round again. That's why you need to get them as near as, damn it, evenly spaced. I mean evenly, you know, in the length. Sorry. Fee's getting all muddled up. So that, and then what you do then is you get your buttons, a nice button. And like I say, Julie's outfit is going to be black with a hint of red. Sorry, grey. And oh no, I just dropped my blooming thing in there. So I've got these things hung up. Don't do that, Mrs. J. Oops, not the camera as well. Come on, woman. Because these are drying, and I've got to show you these in a minute and, you know, see how they're getting on. So what I need now is, I'm going to do it with a button in the middle. Because I do want Julie's, see, I do love that. And we can, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. So I'm going to glue that in for her. Now, of course, there's going to be black feathers. But look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous flower? Just by using ribbon and 2 layers. I might just do that up a little bit more. Because I know Julie likes things really fancy. So I'm going to show you how to tart that up a little bit more. And sorry if I use the language tart. That's what we do. We tart things up, don't we? So, and we're not bothered if we're mixing gold and silver or anything like that. It doesn't matter at all. You do what you like. But this is going to have, like I say, it's going to have black feathers with it as well. Now, I'm not sure. I think I've got some, but I'm using the ostrich plume because it's going on the side of the hat. This is going on Julie's hat with these steampunk things. Yeah, and I'm going to show you mine. I'm going to make the cuffs for our wrists shortly. That's why I've cut the ribbon. But let me just get this. What were I going to do then? Yeah, let me just have a look, see if I've got some black feathers. I did have some black plumes. So let me see. Maybe not. I thought I had some. No, not those. Maybe not. I have sent for some, so I wait for those to come in. Let's have a look what this is. Yeah, they're black, but they're not the right ones. I want to have the ostrich feather for her because it's a lot more fancier. But I did have some. Oh, wait a minute. I found some black feather. This might do. And then we can add it to the ostrich feather. It doesn't matter that. I'm just going to change this. Sorry. I'm going to change it. Because it's steampunk. So I'm not going to use that. Let's have a look. Here's my box again. My old faithful box with all my personal trimmings in. And let's have a look, see what we can do for her. Because I do have some cogs and that. And I think, yeah, see, I can do that black. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that instead. And then I've got one of those to go in the centre, maybe. Or one of those. I'm not fussed which. No, I like that one. So we'll just do those black. Or put that one in. Right, okay. I want the black soot. Basically, and I'm just going to try and colour that. I actually wanted it all black. I might do something else after. Let me just see. Black, black, black. Where's my black felt? Might have to do it that way. Where's my black felt? I cannot find it. Do you know what? I'm going to use silver because that's her, isn't it? She's having silver. So I'm going to change this again. Let me see. Yeah, we'll just change it again. See, whatever you do, if you make a mistake, just change it. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter at all. I'm not that bothered if you see any black coming through it or anything. That'll do for now. We'll just do that one. Dry that off. Just move the feathers out of the way. Right, part 2's complete, and I've put it private. I'm just going to change it and make sure we can see what one's doing. There's 32 minutes left on part 1 of what I'm loading up, so I'm going to leave it in private part 1 until it's done. Now, let's have a look at this. That might have been... Look, it's peeled straight off, so that's no problem there. Brilliant. Now what I'm going to do is glue this on. Like that, in the centre. Take all the bits off later, it doesn't matter. Yes, I like that. I'm going to colour this one. Silver, using the rub and buff. Leave it grunged up, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Not fussed about that either. And then what we do is we just quickly put that onto the centre of that one. And then I'm just going to pop that one on there, like that. That'll seal that one. And then take the rub and buff and just go over that. In fact, no, let's start again. Here we go. What was that noise? Don't know. just going to do this silver using the pen. Hope you can see this. Could be my phone. I think my phone needs charging. See, like that. I like that. And I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Because, let me put all my bits away. Oh, I can't move for my dogs. They get everywhere. Right, I'm just going to take a medium-sized flower. One of these. No, I don't know. It needs to be smaller because you need to see the cog. That's the whole point of putting it on. This one will do. So I'm just going to glue this in. It doesn't matter. Because I'm going to colour that. And I can do it now. I didn't need to do it straight away. Just want to get that in the right place. Take the black, and I'm going to use the black gesso to be honest. Take my little brush. And very quickly colour that black. So she's got a black rose in the middle of the cogs. I could have coloured it first, but I couldn't be bothered. Work my way around it. Doesn't matter if there's any black on that silver, that's fine. I ain't fussed and I know she won't be. Like that. I can go around that with the rub and buff again. No problem whatsoever. So I'll just wash that little brush. And then what I've got here are some marabou feathers. We find some really, oh look, these are nice. Okay. I'm going to add some to the back. Like that. Just push them on like a little bit of glue. I'll do a couple of these nice ones. Try and find, whoops, my glue gun's driving me mad. Like that. And just to hold those in place, I have a disc somewhere. Oh, we can use one of these. It doesn't matter at all. You're not going to see it. Like that. Just hold that in place. Cut a little flower. So now we've got the plumage on. But he's going to have a nice big feather there as well. That's a nice flower though, isn't it? Pretty. Let's have a look. Put these feathers back, because I'm going to need them for other things. Like that. Now we need a little bit of black beading or something up the stem of those. So what I have got, if I pick the right box, is my box of, no, that's somebody's, oh, that's somebody's parcel got to go out. Forgot about that. That's a gift. I put two boxes together. Now we need some black. So I need a little bit of, not that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, that one will do. I'm just going to make the most of what I've got. This is where it's fun doing your own bits. So we're going to have this shiny. Just peel that back. I could have done this first, but I've just thought about it, so I'm doing it now. Okay. Just do that. Add on your black beading or whatever it is you're going to use. Sorry. Pull that off and put that in place. Like that. Cut it off where you want it. Again. Just add that on. Where you want it. Like that. And to make sure, I mean that's going to be laid up against the side of the hat. I think that'll do. Do you know, I'm going to put another feather on it. I'm not quite happy with just the two. I want lots of feather. Let me find a... Well, that's a nice one. We might put 2 or 3 on, actually. Let's just have a look at what we've got. See, I like the shape of some of these. So we'll put that one on, take that bit off. It doesn't matter about that there. I'm going to add that one there. Like I said, this is all going on to a hat, so it's going to be kind of like hidden, but I just did look at that one. Isn't that fab? And I'm going to pop that one just there. Just there. And then I'm going to take another one of those flowers. We'll get the larger one, I think. No, we'll get the smaller one again and just pop that. It's a medium one, so we'll just pop that on there just to secure all of that. So, pop this back in the box. I'm trying to clear up with everything I use because my room did get in a rather bit of a mess and I couldn't find things, and then I found things when I was clearing up that I'd forgotten I had, so I do need to keep it tidy-ish. And I've got all these units. I generally do, but lately I've done a lot of crafting. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Isn't it? Gorgeous. I think she'll be well pleased with that one. Yeah. And that on the side of the hat with the cogs and that, I think will be fantastic. Yeah, so that's Julie's done. And I'm not sure. No, I think I'm going to leave that as is and wait till she comes down. Now, what I've done so far with these, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to try and turn it around because I've added the chain on for these two, because that will go like that, see, and that will hang in the front. And then I did do this one up to now. These are all going to go on here. So if I can explain it, let me see if I can do this. That is going to go on there. That is going to go on there, so the chain will hang down. That's on there like that. I have added some chain that will hang down there. That one will go on there, and that tiny one will go right on the top. So I hope you can see. I'm going to see if I can bring it in for you to see it. See, that will go on there, and then that tiny one will go on there. So I know it's hard for you to see it, but yeah, that's how. I was going to do it lined up, but I thought it was too plain. So this will be glued on to the hat. I could change my mind, I don't know yet. But look, I've added lots and lots of little steampunk watch parts in that one and that one. Going to look fab when they're dry. I do love this one. Look at that. with the clock mechanism, and I put a watch key in, glued it into the cog there, and from that one, so the both clocks wind up. So that's that one, and then like I say, I did glue that on, but I can take it off, and it does have a tassel on there like that. With just put it onto a hat. That's going to be painted black, which I should have done first, but I didn't. But there you go. That's what I've done so far, and I hope... Oh no, what I was going to do, I was going to do this, wasn't I? Because this is... we're going to have the wristbands. So, in order to do that, let me move all this out of the way. Turn my paper over so we can see what I'm doing. Okie dokie. What I need now is 2 lengths of this. I'm not sure how much, but I'm just going to cut 2 lengths. This is for my outfit. This is the purple one. Just put that to one side. And I need these 2 bits to stick together. So what I'm going to do is stick them together using my tape. When I can find my double-sided tape. There we are. No, not that one. The broad one. Okay. Oops-a-daisy. Put all that to one side. There we go. I'm hoping to get that. Let me do one side first, I think. I only need it to do there. Just let me see what I'm doing. So it should just peel off if it's not quite right. Like that. And then take the other piece and add that to it. Like that. So I've got that going across the wrist. But to that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the end yet. Just leaving that. It's the middle section that I'm, interested in at the moment. And I'm not going to take the backing off either. I'm going to keep that on. That'll be fine. But this is what I wanted to do, was to take the lace that I've cut, and I'm going to do a very, very quick running stitch. Hopefully this video will last. It's not going to. I'm going to have to come back and do a second part, unfortunately. But I'm just going to do a running stitch and then attach it to that. So I will come back again later on and show you what I've done so far. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye for now.